Good evening, and thank you for tuning into the QueendomNation radio show where all things are royal and loyal. I'm your host, Queen Cherry L. Excuse my voice. I'm a little stuffy and got little sinus issues going on. So if I sound a little funny, that is why. With the seasons being the way it is, of course, it's gonna mess with our allergies, and I have very, very severe allergies. So, excuse the way that I'm talking. So I hope you guys have had a productive week. I hope everything has worked in your favor. I'm glad to have you on the show today. So let's just jump right into it. Talk about my weekend. So on Friday the 13th, I actually had a birthday. I had my 47th birthday, and I'm not ashamed to tell my age because I'm proud to have lived that long. So happy 47th birthday to me. I may have mentioned it last week on the other show. But yeah, I had a good weekend. I actually went to work, and it was so beautiful when I got to work. My children had gifts for me, and it was so great. But I got to tell you about this one gift. This young kid, he's one of my favorites. He came up to me. He was so excited to give me this gift bag. And in the gift bag, it was like Hershey Kisses. It was Nestle Crunch Bars. It was Snickers. It was Werther's. It was cotton candy. It was a $25 gift certificate to Chick-fil-A. I mean, it was just so many different types of candies and chocolates, and what I loved is when his mom came to pick him up. The first thing she said is, she said, "Miss Shariel, did he give you the bag, the gift bag?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he gave it to me." And she said, "Well, he wanted me to tell you that he felt like you needed all those things." And I just thought that that was just the cutest thing, that he felt like I needed, all these chocolates and candies. And it was just really, really, really cute. So I really, really appreciated this young man for this gift. But what I also love is my co-teacher. We were talking about things that I love, and I told her that I love fuzzy socks and candles. And so when she came in with her gift, in the bag it was fuzzy socks and candles. But I just have to thank all the parents, for their wonderful, wonderful gifts, their cards, and lovely birthday wishes. And I also love Facebook at your birthday time, because Facebook makes you just feel so happy and so loved by people. So all the people that commented on my Facebook page, that sent texts, that calls, and some people even sang for my birthday. So I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. It meant more than you can possibly realize to know that people think enough of you on your birthday just to even reach out to you. So I'm truly grateful. I'm truly in awe, and I thank you so much for celebrating the Queen's birthday with her. And like I said, just excuse my voice. With it being allergy season, I've been struggling trying to get through this cough, and y'all know how it is with the sniffles, and y'all know how we do. We have to pump ourselves full of meds just to be able to make it through the day. From the allergies tearing us up as the seasons begin to change. But it is fall, and I love this time of year just for the crispness in the air. I love the cool weather. I love being snuggled up under a blanket. I love just sitting back, watching movies. Not really having to go nowhere, but can go somewhere where it's not too hot this time of year. But one thing that I have learned this time of year is that with the change of the seasons, with the time coming in, dark a little bit earlier, some people deal with different type of emotional issues, as this goes, because you go from all that beautiful sunlight, during the day, where, sunlight makes you feel good, it makes you happy, it makes you want to get up and do stuff when you see it. But what about in the fall time? How does that make you feel? So I did a little bit of research, and I was thinking about how can we help people cope with the fall season. And so that is my topic for today. So how do you cope with the fall season? And this should help you guys, just a little bit, to be able to just kind of breeze on through this season, and not be down, not be depressed, and not be feel alone, because this type of season will kind of do you like that. So one thing I do know is, there are so many feelings in the air, when fall rolls around. You have excitement for pumpkin lattes, you got nervousness about the kids going back to school. You worry about starting college, some of you guys that go back to college in the fall, or university. And you get anxiety about the colder weather, because I know I do, because with my myalgia, that cold weather is not my friend. And even though, and I don't mind sharing, intimate things about me with you guys, with my audience. And even though I'm in menopause as well, and sometimes you can get really hot and those hot flashes become overwhelming, but it's something about when you step out into that cold air, with this myalgia that kind of erases all that. So for those of you that are dealing with that, anxiety about the cold weather, I completely get it. Um, and people, we often dread about the shorter days and the darker nights, because it seems like it's dark like forever, like daytime never comes in. So my question is, how do we cope with these mix of emotions? The first thing that we have to do is we have to acknowledge that it is common for us to have healthy and to have many emotions, at one time. It's okay. It's kind of in contradiction to often what we learn about emotions, but whether we feel one way or another, whether we're happy, whether we're sad, where we're about to start the fall, whether people are nervous about going back to school, how often do you feel the pressure of having to pick one when someone asks you, how are you doing today? How many of you actually, just be straight up. Look, I'm not coping well today. Because sometimes we shy away from it. But the truth is, guys, our emotions, they are so complex. And there is no one size fits all, okay, approach to how you deal with emotions, okay? But I do got some strategies that can help you if you feel like you're just struggling a little bit, especially with this time of year. Because I know it's not easy for some people, especially if you're alone. It can't be easy for you. But first thing I want you to remember, guys, is that your emotions, they are important. Okay, understand that, and they're valid. So if you feel a certain way, it means that that there was a trigger, something that caused your emotion. Okay, you did not just wake up and just make up. This is how you feel, and nor do you feel don't feel the need to feel guilty, for having your emotions. It's okay to have emotions because that's what we have them for. Emotions they're neither good, they're not bad. They just aren't. They just emotions. It's just things that we deal with on a daily basis. Um, Next time you can try to kind of figure out what triggers these emotions. What sets you off in the morning? Why are you feeling sad? What makes you feel so blue? One way that you can do this is to kind of keep track of the thoughts that are running through your mind. You can write down your thoughts to figure out if there are patterns or themes. Because if you notice there are negative thoughts running through your head all day, then do like I do sometimes, put sticky notes around with positive messages on there that, when you feeling down, you can look up and you can see that message, and that message gives you that positive aspect and a positive affirmation to pull you back out of that stage that you're in. Okay, you can write down your thoughts just so you can kind of figure out the patterns. Am I sadder in the morning? Am I sadder in the evening? Am I going through things at night? Like, what time of day are these triggers happening, and how can I get out of the pattern of dealing with these types of emotions that keep us down? Excuse me, guys. I do apologize again. It might also be helpful, guys, for us to have a friend that we can confide in, because sometimes it helps us just talk about what you're dealing with, talk about how you're feeling, just to kind of get that out a little bit, because sometimes we keep those emotions wrapped up inside, and I think a lot of times that's what causes the problems, because we're not really dealing with them, we're just keeping them in. But sometimes it's okay to confide in somebody that can either kind of be a voice of reason for you, can be a listening ear, can just be a friend for you, or that can just be your psychiatrist at the moment or your psychologist. So don't be afraid. Others can help you put your feelings into perspective, and they can help you kind of look at your situation a little bit different, where whether you're looking at it from a negative aspect, they can help you look at your situation from a positive aspect. So, it's okay to talk to other people about the things that you're going through. And they can also help to validate your feelings. They can, like me, I get what you're feeling. They can understand, relate to you, resonate with you. Because little do you realize, sometimes we all feel like that. Every one of us gets that feeling where life just becomes just a little bit too emotional sometimes for us. And then, like I said, during these autumn months where the time changes and it gets darker a little bit early, and those nights are really really long, it can kind of wear on you if you're going through these emotional issues. Okay, you can learn more about your issue. Okay, if you're struggling with seasonal affective disorder, and that's what it's called, seasonal affective disorder, when this time of year, you just become very sad, you become very down, you become very depressed. You can read about your condition online. Don't just diagnose yourself. Go to the doctor, tell the doctor about your symptoms and the things that you're going through, and let a doctor diagnose you, and then so they can help you understand how to cope with it. um, but you can read about condition online books, and you can read through self-help books as well. Okay, I'm sorry, you can read about the condition online. I didn't mean to say it like that, but just go online, read about the condition. And again, it's called seasonal affective disorder. Okay, if your child is struggling with starting school, you can look for resources on separation and school anxiety, and that way you can help your child get through those first couple days of school. Because sometimes it's hard, especially when you're the kids are coming back from the summer vacation. They've been home with you all summer, or they've been out vacation, and then sometimes some of them are going to new schools, meeting new people. People have moved in new places, so it can create a little bit of separation and school anxiety for our children as well. So just make sure that you're reading up on these conditions so that you can understand not only how to help yourself, but how to help your child if your child is going through it as well. While it is important for us to process our emotions, it can also be helpful to let them sit sometimes. Okay, sometimes. Um, you can choose to sit and coexist with your emotions rather than trying to replace or suppress them, friends. Okay. Over time, sometimes you might be able to just deal with them and they just resolve on their own, you know? And it's okay if that happens, if they, resolve on their own. Because it just shows you that, you're not letting it get the best of you. You're dealing with it, you're coping with it, and you're learning how to move on from it, okay? You can also try distraction. Because sometimes when we distract ourselves from our emotions, at least temporarily throw on some music or something, do something fun, read a book, go cooking in the kitchen, just go whip up some stuff, go baking. I used to have a cupcake business, and I used to come home from work, and sometimes I'd be so tired, but I go in that kitchen and I get the bacon, and I'm telling you, those are the best days of my life. Sometimes it'd be so fun just going in the kitchen because you're listening to your music, you're getting into these ingredients, and it is so fun and it is so relaxing. And so I thoroughly enjoyed baking cupcakes when I had my cupcake business. A very, very relaxing atmosphere in the kitchen. Puzzles are a very relaxing thing. I had a sister that was in a nursing home, and she had spina bifida, and she's passed away a couple years ago. But one thing about her, she loved to do puzzles. She was always relaxed when she did puzzles. And when you go into that nursing home now, her puzzles are actually in cases, in frames, and they have them on the walls of the center so that you can see her puzzles. She loved doing those puzzles. My mother, she also loved doing those puzzles as well. Sometimes she would sit and she would get those puzzles. They had like 1,000 pieces, and she would sit for hours and just work on those puzzles just because it was relaxing. And she would either listen to music, gospel music, or she would be singing her gospel music while she was doing these puzzles. So it can be very relaxing. If you like video games, I'm more of a movie fanatic. A lot of times when I just want to wind down and I just want to be stress free, honey, I will slap on Disney I'll go in and watch me some Disney movies. Because some of those movies are such, feel good movies that you can't help but to go watch them. So I go in there and I will put on me a feel good Disney movie. So try to just distract yourself. Do other things that are making you not think about what you're going to, what you're going through. So that way, once you get a little refreshed, you can come back to your situation with some fresher lens, where you can see things either clearly, a little bit different, more positive aspect. Okay. And you can also use relaxation techniques. One thing I love, and I also teach it to my kids at the daycare, is deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation. We do meditation, we do yoga, and I teach them how to quiet, their body sometimes, how to just relax, and how we don't always have to be up and jumping in emotion. Sometimes it's okay to just sit and just relax your body and to just quiet your mind and to just kind of let things just roll off your back. And what I do love is the kids are very receptive to it, because sometimes they don't want to be up and jumping and screaming and hollering. Sometimes they want to sit down and they want to be calm, and they really really enjoy yoga, and they really really enjoy meditation. I also did it when I had my empowerment group called Queens in Training. We did meditation quite a bit. I had a young man that came out and would do meditation with the children, with the youth, and the adults, because that was when I really first started getting into it and understanding such the important aspect of what meditation can do for you. It really, really, really relaxes the body. I am telling you. So if you do not try meditation, I am telling you, you really, really, really should. Um, because it just gets you in tune with the body, it gets you in tune with the mind, it gets you in tune with your spirit, it gets you in tune with your soul. It just helps to bring about such a peace into your life as you take just a few minutes just to calm down and kind of just let everything go. Okay. So if you have not tried meditation, I am telling you, from Queen Chariel to you, please try it. I guarantee you will love it. And if you do, hit me up at CharielD, CHARIELD 40 at gmail.com, and let me know what it does for you. Because it's something that I think that we all should practice, because you just do not understand what it does for the body. Okay, how it calms you. And no matter what may be causing anxious feelings in your body during this autumn season, friends, I'm going to suggest 6 things that can help you get some relief, okay? One thing you need to do is get more light, because we find out in the summertime we're a little bit happier because we're out in the sun, we're out in the daylight, we having a good time. It doesn't get dark till late, so we're able to get out and really, really, really kind of enjoy the daylight. So start spending more time outdoors, especially where the most sunlight is, okay? Um, if you struggle to get up in the morning, it's necessary. Just go to bed a little earlier. It's all right. Just go to bed a little earlier. That way you can be all refreshed to get yourself up in the morning. Because I'm telling you, I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning. And I'm not going to lie. I can go to bed early. I can go to bed late. Every day is a struggle for me. Every single morning, I hit my snooze button. I'm not even going to lie to you. I really do. Every morning. And it's not that I be that tired, but I just feel like, okay, I'm just waking up suddenly, when the alarm goes off. So I need time to just let my body, get used to the new day, And so I'll lay there that extra few minutes just to give myself time to just get up and pull myself together, so that way I can tackle on my day and make it out the door, especially on time. Because sometimes that can be a challenge too. But I'm usually pretty early at work every day. It can be dark early in the morning, so just use a bright lamp that you can use for more than 30 minutes a day, okay? Just to expose your eyes to some light, because light, for some reason, it helps to bring happiness. It helps to fulfill us. It doesn't, like, drain us. So, for 30 minutes a day, just get in some bright light, and, gonna make you feel good about yourself in that light. They have what they call light therapy boxes. So if you ever heard of that, just get you one of those. I need to get me one while I'm talking about it. They have several different ones that can help you gradually increase your intensity as you wake up. That's how I wanted to say it. So what they do is they kind of simulate the sunrise, and even though it's pitch black outside, it kind of just gives you that reflection of what it's like to have the sunrise. And so like I said, so you're not just hit with the shock of that alarm going off and scaring you half to death in the morning, and you trying to wake up and jump out of bed and then go run to the bathroom and do everything you need to do. See, me, I need a few minutes just to pull myself together. You know, I can't just jump out the bed and then go do what I got to do. That probably sounds crazy, but it is a God honest truth. I cannot. Exercise, friends. Exercise is key across all the boards of mental health disorders. So every study shows improved mood after you go exercise. You know, whether you walk, whether you do it in your home, whether you go out to Planet Fitness or whatever, you know, Gold's Gym or wherever you go to get your workout on. Sometimes when you exercise and you get lost in it, you get wrapped up in it, that you just forget about your troubles, at least for that length of time. So do whatever you can to get up and exercise and get your mind right, and that'll help channel some of those mental disorders that you're dealing with, and some of that negativity that's in the brain fog, to get you up and moving and get you where you need to go. Okay. Sometimes you have to change your diet too, guys. Autumn is an excellent time to think about what you eat. If you notice, this is a season where you see a lot more fruits, you see a lot more vegetables, you see a lot more soups, and you know, warm meals and things like that. Those type of meals that you do not see over the summer. You know, you see fruits and things like that, but you see grills popping, and you see all these different things going. But in the fall time, it just kind of makes you feel warm and cozy. The different meals that you have, you know, like chicken pot pies and cornbread and pinto beans, and you know, some of those good fall meals, some chili beans. You know, just kind of think about what you eat. You know, if that's not healthy enough for you, change up some of the things that you eat to make yourself a little bit more healthy. Try different foods that you did not try over the summer. Try something different. You know, start something new, because autumn is a time for, you know, for starting fresh. You know, it's a new term, it's a new season. It's a time to declutter. It's a time to tidy up the house, to open up the windows, let the fresh air come in, let that summer fog get out your house. It's a great time to garden. It's a great time to reorganize. Um, it's a great time for a new image, you know, to work on your body. Because I've been working on my body lately, trying to pull my weight down a little bit so I could be a little bit more healthy as I'm getting older. Um, you know, consider a new hobby. You know, try something that you haven't done before. Get out and do something different. Take an evening class or something that you've been wanting to do. You know, paint. Get to go to a sip and paint. You know, do something fun. Just get out and do something that you have not done, or something that you don't normally do, or that is just new to you altogether. That'll help kind of reframe that mind a little bit, okay? Reframe your outlook, guys. You know, rather than taking autumn and associating it with negative experiences, why don't we look at it a little bit differently with positive thoughts? You know, what are some positive things that come in the fall time? One of the positive things that I believe that comes in the fall time that I love is the changing of the colors of the trees. You know, when you're outside and you're looking at those trees, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Something different to take in. Go to a park. Go hang out in the park. It's a great time to just go out, take a walk in the park, do a nature walk, you and your family. Enjoy the seasons change and take pictures out in this beautiful fall weather. You know, just get out and do something different. Take everything that you think negative about the fall, even though it gets dark early. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I can have me a girls' night. My girls can come over. We can do a summer party. I love to do hot chocolate bars and coffee bars this time of year, and I love apple cider. And so these are some things you can invite the girls over to do. You can have a game night, invite your girls over and have a game night with them. Invite your friends over. It is football season. Make it a habit of, what is it, Monday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night, football. Have some little football, little parties, gatherings at your house. Just try to take everything that is meant to be a negative for this time of year and try your best to turn it into a positive, okay? So that way you're not drowning in grief and you're not drowning in pain, and you're having a way to just get up and, just have some fun. You know, rather than us thinking that it's cold outside and I'll be stuck inside, try to think of it as, I'm about to be cozy. I'm gonna go make me a pallet on the floor, because I'm gonna tell you, there's something as a grown woman I love to do. I love making pallets on the floor. There is nothing like it. Get me some popcorn, sit on the floor, catch you a movie. One way to do this is change the environment in your home. Like I said, take that blanket off the couch, put it on the floor, put you some pillows on the floor. Sit down there and hang out. Me and the grandkids, we do it all the time. We love it. Sometimes we even go out in my car. And I remember when my goddaughters were younger, we used to go sit out in the car and put my computer on. And I had a van. I'm sorry, it was an Astro van. And we would go out there and we would watch movies in the car in the dark. They loved that stuff. It was so awesome, and it was something totally different. It was at my house, but it wasn't in the house. It was out in my car. So it was just something different, something fun for them. Change up your pillows and stuff in your house, on your couches. Go get some fall colors and change your decor in the house. Add some fall decor to the couch. Add something to the walls. Put you a nice wreath. Make you a wreath. Do something arts and craft fun stuff for fall that can help just cheer up your living space just a little bit. Add some bright colors in the house. Take your summer pictures down or take pictures down off your wall and add some new ones up, okay? Now, when you do all these different things, you can take what actually feels like a loss, and think about making it a game in a different way. And if things just get to be too much for you, friends, because I know sadness and I know depression, I know all that stuff is real, because I've been there. I know what it feels like to be sad and depressed and to deal with anxiety. Um, Seek out professional help if you need to. Okay. If you're really, really so far in anxiety that you cannot treat yourself with any of these things, please, please reach out to somebody professional for help so they can treat your anxiety and seasonal affective disorder. And if you know that you have it, just reach out to somebody that can help you. Okay. Um, Depression is real, and so many people, especially this time of year, going into the Christmas holiday and things like that, they really suffer from depression, either from loss of a loved one, or just loneliness, or just not having the money to do things that they need to do. So what I suggest is, while you're in the midst of that depression, just find many, many ways through this show right here to help you try to get out of it. And like I said, if you can't, please, please, please seek professional help. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna move right along, and I do apologize. I had a long day today, so I always record my show in the evening after I worked all day. So y'all forgive me. So this cold is beating down on me. I'm a little tired, but I do apologize. I did want to get on here just to get the message out. So thank you for bearing with me through this show today. But I want to give you our Queendom quote of the day. And the Queendom quote of the day says, "Fall reminds us that we all need to let go at times in order to thrive and grow." Okay, let me say that again. Fall reminds us that we all need to let go at times in order to thrive and grow. I'm Sherry O'Dye. Queen Chari L, your host of the Queendom Nation radio show where all things are royal and loyal. I hope you enjoyed the show that was titled How to Cope with the Fall Season. If you would like to be on my show, please email me at charield40@gmail.com. If you would like to air your business on my show, please email me, like I said, at charield40.com. Again, check me out at charield.com. That is my website. You will see my book and other things that I have done and that I'm getting ready to do on there. I'm also a blog writer. I'm also a life coach. I'm an NC pre-K teacher. So if anything that I can help you with, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much. Have a great week. I appreciate you tuning into the Queendom Nation. Thanks.